So it really might surprise you. I've had this really cool Seiko pocket watch sitting on a shelf definitely over 6 months. I just haven't had time to get to it. I haven't had time to make a video. Sounds crazy, I know. But this pocket watch has a really cool feature. So let's check it out. Welcome to another episode of Pocket Watch Time. My name is Patrick W. Today, we're looking at a limited edition Seiko pocket watch. This is the SCVR001, and this is a 25-year-old pocket watch that Seiko created in the year 2000 to celebrate what they're calling their Historical Collection. So this obviously wasn't the only watch in that collection. They made a couple wristwatches, they even made another pocket watch. But this particular watch had one feature that just got my attention. And oddly enough, it's the movement inside. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. First, let's just take a look at the outside. And to be fair, it's kind of boring. Don't get me wrong, I think it's an absolutely beautiful pocket watch. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't think it was nice looking. But it's not super special. It looks like every other railroad pocket watch that Seiko used to make. I actually have a version of an old Seiko railroad pocket watch right here. Is this one a VIP upgrade? Yeah, it is. But it's really hard to tell unless you look really close up. This version has a porcelain dial. It's got some really cool markers that have been heat blued. It's got large heat blued hands. And of course, a pretty nice script. It's amazing how many watches get messed up because they've got some ugly text on the dial. Looking at you, Rolex. This nice dial is hidden behind a beautiful beveled crystal, and it's packaged in a nice sterling silver case. A little bit of subtle elegance. From far away you wouldn't know it had a fancy dial, you wouldn't know it was a sterling silver case. It just looks like the regular stainless steel railroad watch that Seiko became famous for. However, when you flip it over, that's where they start telling you a little bit of the story. And yes, you can see it says it's the Seiko Historical Collection, it tells you it's from the year 2000, and it gives you a number. They made 3,000 of these watches, so not a small number. And here's where you finally get a little bit of a peek. You can see the serial number 8L340010. And for those that know, the 8L series of watches is a really high-grade movement. This particular movement, the 8L34, is the only hand-wound version, and it was created only for this pocket watch. So nowhere in the expansive Seiko catalog is there any other watch that has the 8L34 movement in it. And I think that's pretty cool. And not only that 8L movement, it's actually assembled in the Grand Seiko workshop. So even though this watch is clearly labeled Seiko, it's kind of like having a Grand Seiko movement. So since Grand Seiko didn't make their own Grand Seiko pocket watch, maybe this Seiko, made in the same factory as Grand Seiko, well, maybe that's as close to a Grand Seiko pocket watch as we'll ever get. Regardless, I think it's a beautiful little movement. It looks like it's really well finished. And the fact that it's such a small, most likely a wristwatch movement, I'm surprised that they never actually used it in any other watches. Shocking to me that they would make this and they'd only keep it for this watch. But I guess that's what makes it extra special. And that's what got my attention, and what at the end of the day was kind of the purchase decision for me. I really wanted to have this 8L34 movement. So there it is. That's the SCVR001, the Seiko Historical Collection pocket watch, a recreation of a very famous Seiko railroad pocket watch, a watch with a beautiful dial, a beautiful set of hands and markers, an absolutely striking movement, packaged in a pretty nice sterling silver case. If you're interested in a pocket watch, this is a pretty good alternative. You get a modern movement, almost a Grand Seiko movement, which means it has a few modern upgrades like shock absorption, and most likely available parts since the Seiko company isn't going anywhere. So if you like it, I'm sure you can find one. There's 3,000 of them floating somewhere out there on the internet. You're likely to find one for sale. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, every like, every comment, it helps. The YouTube algorithm loves it, and sometimes that pushes the video to new people. And of course, if you haven't subscribed and you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that button. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in a new video real soon. Take care. please think about subscribing to the channel. It's a free click to you, but it helps out the channel. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. And if you want to support the channel more, check out my links in the description. Everything from channel memberships, other sites like Patreon, and even a free site that really helps. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support.